Adrian, good to have you, but I want to start off from kind of the competitive perspective. I was just chatting with Aaron Bali a few minutes ago, co-founder, CEO of Carbon Health, who's also in this primary care, tech-driven business. He says he thinks this is a good thing for the whole space. Do you think regulators should look at this, or is this something that you welcome?
Yeah, it's a good question. So at the end of the day, I welcome more people being in tech, but in some ways, more people being in healthcare, but in some ways, I'm fairly disappointed in this. When we look at like the preeminent tech companies of our generation, and they say, we're going to come join the fight for healthcare. This is one of the biggest problems of our country. And this is the solve, right? Like we're buying companies where the biggest innovation is their waiting room and nice couches. I get fairly disappointed. So frankly, I think the regulators can look at it. I think the regulators cannot look at it. I'm not sure it's going to make a big difference. You're talking about a company where 15 years into the company, they're talking about hundreds of thousands of subscribers. There's 335 million Americans. What are we going to say? Another 100 years and we're going to cover the state of California? We're talking rounding errors to zero right here. When tech gets into the game, tech needs to bring technology. Healthcare at One Medical is a service. It's not a product. Services don't scale. If we're going to actually solve healthcare in this country, we need to bring actual technology to the point where we can scale it out to the entire country. And I think what's disappointing about this is Amazon is forgetting their roots, right? When Jeff was there, Jeff would say, hey, how do we actually bring technology to the point where we can change the game? He put packages on our doorstep the next day. He's putting rockets in space. And all of a sudden, our solve to healthcare is to just rebuild what's already been done. And to me, that's very disappointing.
How do we know that this won't scale like retail in the sense that Amazon's third-party business and the technology that they're applying to that's actually a bigger part of their business than the core Amazon first-party part. Also, arguably, their whole cloud business, which is the biggest part of their profitability, is about applying technology to problems outside their core. How do we know that this just isn't Amazon's foot in the door to direct patient care, but they do intend to apply technology after that?
Yeah, so you're asking the exact right question, which is, at its core, you have to ask, what is healthcare? And healthcare today is a service. And by that, what I mean is it's hands on a body, right? It's the doctors, the nurses, the medical assistants that are providing the care. Until Amazon's going to show up and say, hey, we're going to take all of that and we're going to convert it over to hardware and software. When Amazon shows up and says, we've got a robotics team that's drawing your blood, we've got a software team that's building AI to diagnose you. When they say that, then I'm going to start getting interested. But right now, when I look at what One Medical's engineers are doing, they're finding new ways to bill you. Now ask yourself why. One Medical, what they do is they work with your insurer, and that works with your employer. And your employer, at the end of the day, their incentive is not the same as your incentive, right? So just ask yourself, every year your employer walks up to you and they're like, time to get your flu shot, time to get your flu shot, time to get your flu shot. Why? Is there some huge rash of people dying of the flu that I don't know about? No. On the other hand, you know tons of people that are dying of heart disease, cancer, blood pressure. But your employer is not walking up to you asking, wait a minute, let's go ahead and let's talk about your blood pressure. Let's talk about your cholesterol. Let's talk about the things that are going to really kill you. Now ask yourself why. Again, those things, if you get the flu, you're going to be out some work. Your employer's going to be out some money. But heart disease, that's going to happen in 30 years, 40 years. So your employer doesn't want to know about that. Yeah.